Shalom, shalom, to Brother Kadash.
Shalom to Brother Kunah.
We're going to start off with giving all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kadash. Today's camp will be get not your strength to thy woman. Get not thy strength to thy woman, to a woman. But before we start on that, you see me back in the old spot. I like this spot a lot more, but it's just the street noise. It be loud and it picks up in the camera. But man, they send the agents down here for us, you know what I mean? And we get closer and closer to that time for Esau trying to, bring in the famine of the word, Esau's trying to demonize us, trying to take us off YouTube, trying to take us off the streets. We believe at our other spot, a person came and sat down right in that spot. They not doing anything, they just sitting there and they was touching their ear almost as if they had some type of bug in their ear. We believe it's an agent. We believe that they communicating. We sat there and we watched them for a little bit, but they would not leave because we believe somebody's watching us and is communicating with that person and they're trying to see how, what type of reaction they could get. That brings me to my other point. When I woke up this morning, YouTube had removed one of my videos, but they didn't give me a strike for it, but they removed the video and it was talking about like depopulation of the Negroes. And all I was doing was going into facts of how with the Tuskegee experiment, when they was giving them syphilis and everything, I was going into nothing but facts, but they took the whole video down. But I'm lucky they didn't give me a strike. So in the spirit, it's kind of showing us that Esau is making moves behind scenes. Best believe, with different policies and stuff they're passing. And they're using this whole Russia-Ukraine thing to bring in these different policies and kind of lock things down. The same thing they did with 9/11. So you're going to have to be like a pilgrim upon earth. You might not be able to do camp in the same spot every week. You might have to move around. You know what I mean? But you're going to keep putting that fight. You're going to still get this work done. And really pretty much we putting it on YouTube, so YouTubers going to see it. Right. So we're going to get straight into it. Getting out thy strength into a woman. What inspired me to this camp is I seen some brothers, they have put a video up. So that's how it works. We inspire each other. Brothers put videos up, and you might need a camp title. You might say, ooh, that kind of the spirit, that kind of resonates. So I posted that video on my page, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a camp on it too, because they was kind of breaking things down. You know what I mean? Do not give y'all strength to the women. So what does that mean? Go ahead, read it first.
Proverbs 31, verse 1. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son, and what? The son of my womb, and what? The son of my vows. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
Right, because that destroys you. And going back to King Solomon was one of the greatest kings. He didn't get destroyed, but in his old age, he did turn his heart away from the Lord. And this was one of the most knowledgeable, the man that had the most wisdom and knowledge on earth than any other man on earth, King Solomon, except for Yahweh Shai, of course, when he came, right? And his heart was turned away from the Lord. Why? Because he had a lot of wives and they started to turn his heart away from the Lord. So let's go back into the definition. What does it mean, get not thy strength to a woman? What that means is let not a woman have dominion over you. You can't let a woman have dominion over you because the woman is the weaker vessel, and she's going to go based off her feelings with things. She's not going to think logical and make a logical decision. And that's critical to these times, because during these times, man, we're going to have to make a lot of critical decisions and make the right decisions in order to survive. It said those that endure to the end, the same should be saved. So with this knowledge that we got, we're going to have to use that in order to endure to the end. So you're going to have to make some tough decisions, right? And if you give that dominion to a woman over you, she's going to make the decision based off her feelings. A lot of times, they don't even understand why they're doing the things they're doing. They're just doing it because they feel like it. They can't even take a step back and say, I feel like this, but let me do what's right. Let me chill out because that's not right. Even though I just got this feeling. And you ask, why are you acting like that? And they just say, I just feel that way. That's just how I feel. But no real reason, no real logic behind it. And that's why you're not supposed to give your strength to a woman. That's why the Lord set the order up. If you do that, then it's going to be, read verse 3.
Verse 3, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to which destroyeth kings.
It's going to destroy you. We kings. The Lord calls ye kings in Psalm chapter 2. The Lord called us, said we are kings of the earth, and we're going to be kings and priests in the kingdom. So we are kings. You know what I mean? We're kings, individual kings of our household, because the man's supposed to be the head in the household. What does it mean to be a husband? The word husband means head of household. What does it mean to be the head of something? The master of something, the master of the household. So you got a lot of brothers out there that got households, but they ain't even the master in their household. They giving their woman dominion over them. You know what I mean? Instead of her, you know how niggas be doing. Instead of them, their wife doing wifely duties, they doing the wifely duties. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they the ones sitting at home. And nowadays you could catch more men sitting at home while the woman out working.
Yeah, I mean, that's big right now, especially amongst Israel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they sit at home, they women working. She going out to bars, girls' night. You see what I'm saying? They sit at home, they gotta go do the laundry. They gotta pick the clothes all day in Walmart, shopping for pennies for her. You see what I'm saying? But this the boys. They're coming waves, bro. They're coming waves. But this still can pick us up. But yeah, you know, they gotta go to Walmart, shop for pennies for their girl, you know. They gotta wash her panties, they gotta, you know, wash the clothes, you know. I mean, they in the kitchen cleaning the dishes and shit like that. She coming home and slapping her jacket on the couch and going to the bedroom and slapping him on the ass. Good job, babe. You see what I'm saying? Niggas is giving dominion to their girl when it's not supposed to be that way. But and a lot of dudes set that stuff up that way because they don't want to have strife with their woman. But if you do that, like it said in 3, it's going to be your demise. It's going to come back to hunt you. It's going to come back to destroy you. Go to the next week.
I think it's 6.
And Proverbs 31.
No, it was different. It was Proverbs, but a different chapter. Yeah,
Proverbs 6.
Yeah.
I mean, this is very important, you know, because the Lord is watching you. Because what's more important than even all that is that she's going to turn your heart away from the Lord. So when you give her dominion, you give her your strength, right? She's going to go off from the Lord. She's going to cause you to go off from the Lord, and then that's when you're going to be destroyed. She's going to do things based off her feelings and things like, I just want to do this way. And then you might say no. You might say no, that's against the law, statutes, and commandments. But then a week later, she's going to try again. Like they say, you give a woman an inch, she take them out. Then you're going to say no again. Then 2 weeks later, she's going to try again, even harder. And then she's going to constantly be studying you, watching for openings of how to get her way. Even though you already told her no, she's still going to be trying. She's going to catch you slipping, and then it's going to cause you to sin against the Lord, and then that's when you're going to have a problem. Then she's going to catch that opening, and then you're going to get weak for her, and eventually you're going to be like, you know what, man, you want to do that so bad, damn. You know what I mean? Or she might threaten you, I'm going to leave you. Or shit, today, you know, the women got the power because they got the power over the children. It tells you that in the curses, Deuteronomy 28, that our children should rule over us, should oppress us. It tells you that in Isaiah too. That it's a new thing in earth. Hold on, let me see if I can find that precept.
Yeah, don't it say something about you should be deprived or deprived of your children or something like that?
Yeah, and my people are oppressed by their children.
Yeah.
So the mothers is using the children, so she might say, look, I'm going to take the child because you don't let me do so and so and so and so. I don't like that. I want to smoke, and you don't let me smoke, so I'm going to leave. And I'm going to da-da-da-da-da-da-da, or I'm going to cheat on you, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You see what I'm saying? And you, being a man of the Lord, supposed to stand, you're supposed to put the Lord first and say, look, you feel that way, I don't want that to happen, but I got to put the Lord first before my children, before you. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to do that, then I'll set up a schedule and I'll see my children. Or if you don't want to let me, then I'll go to court and set up a schedule and see my children. But this work come first. Let me find this precept. This is a good one too. Oh, there it go, right there. I remember this one. It says, Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord has created a new thing on earth. A woman should compass a man. Meaning, over here in Mystery Babylon, America especially, it was a new thing going on, that the women started to get the power. They started to be the ones to run the household, that got the money, bring the money in, and had the power over the children. That's a new thing. In the ancient days, the man had power over the children to do whatever they want to. Look at Abraham. He was going to sacrifice Isaac. You see what I'm saying? Did Sarah have anything to say? Did they say Sarah had anything in it or anything to say? No, because he had power. You see what I'm saying? But now it's a new thing. The woman got the power because Esau did that in order to destroy us. Like it said in Proverbs 31, that was going to destroy us. Esau strategically did that. He gave the women are easier to control because they go based off their feelings. So he set the woman, this goes all the way back to slavery. He set the woman over the man in order to control the man, in order to control the whole nation. And it was easy work for him. He fell for it. You know what I mean?
But Proverbs 6, verse 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
Yeah, and that flattery of the tongue, you see her, a lot of times, brothers get in this walk, get in this truth, and then your game kind of started dwindle. You ain't getting as many girls as you used to, so you might get thirsty when you get you finally pop one, you know what I mean? You kind of thirsty over her. You got a 2, she look like a 5 to you because you ain't been getting that much, you see what I'm saying? So then it kind of makes you weak, you know what I mean? And then it's really, when you get and I've seen it multiple times, like when you get to drilling her and stuff, you know what I mean? It kind of makes you weak for her. That's why she becomes like your soft side, but you're supposed to not give your strength to a woman. And what it does, it makes you start to give your strength to her. Until she starts to take that strength, and she's going to use it to oppress you. You see what I'm saying? So, read that one again.
Proverbs 6, verse 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
You see what I'm saying? She come with that good talk, you know what I mean? Talking to her like, okay, I'll be in a bill with her. She's talking good, like she's going to listen and be in order and stuff like that until you start giving her your strength, and then she started to go off. She started doing what she fucking want to do, doing things behind your back. Now it got you all insecure, looking over your shoulder. You don't know what she's doing. Now you're kind of focusing more on her, and you're not focusing on the truth right now. You see what I'm saying? And then it's going to hurt you, because what's going to happen is if she's unbelieving and stuff like that, then the Lord's going to judge her. And with that judgment, because you love her, it's going to hurt you too. You see what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times apostles and the elders and shit, like, if she don't want to get in order, man, you kind of got to just let her go, man. Because I know we want to hang on and cling on, but it's going to hurt you in the end. Was it more on that one? Or that was the verse?
Yeah, that was the verse.
All right, go to the verse.
The next one, from 1 Esdras 4 and 26. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes.
Man, you see that all the time. Men running out their wits for women and becoming servants for their sakes, meaning you become a simp. That's what the definition of a simp is. Like I said, you doing the fucking laundry, you see what I'm saying? You buying her panties and shit like that, you know what I mean? You doing everything for her in the place that she's supposed to be doing for you. Go back to Proverbs 31. All the things she's supposed to be doing for you, now you doing. You see what I'm saying? Which causes you not to be able to do the things you have to do as a man. You know what I mean? Let me see what verse I'm with that. We gonna go back to Proverbs 31. Start at verse 10 to show you what a woman's supposed to do. You know what I mean? Let a shoe on the other foot. They got these niggas out here being simps for them and doing these things for them. And why are they doing it? Because they want some kitty cat, or they scared or something like that. You got to be a good fear, man. Look, didn't the Lord say, if your hand offends you, cut it off? It's not talking about literally your hand. If your right hand offends you, cut it off. That means somebody close to you. If they gonna take you out this truth, man, and they make it, because it's already hard for us anyways, it's just during some time. If they making it harder for you to be in this truth, you might have to get away from that. Because the Lord comes first, man. You might have to get away from that, or you might have to do different things to kind of make that, obsolete in your life, bro. Because at the end of the day, don't let a woman take your crown. Like it just said in 1 Esdras 4, that's what it was talking about. It said, he was asking which one is more stronger. They said the king, the woman, or I believe it was wine or a strong drink. But the truth came out that the strongest thing is the truth, the truth of the Lord. Right. Neither one of them. So you're not supposed to give your strength into a woman like that. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be your downfall. It's going to be your destruction. It's going to cause you to sin against the Lord at some point in time. You see what I'm saying? And that's going to be your downfall. You got that?
Yeah. Proverbs 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? Yep. For her price is far above rubies.
Yep.
The heart of her husband does safely trust in her.
See, so how you gonna be insecure? If you with a woman, you insecure with her, you gotta check that. You gotta evaluate that. Because you're supposed to be not even worried about her. You see what I'm saying? You're not supposed to, your heart's supposed to be safely dwelling with her, not insecure. I don't know what she's doing. Oh my God, I gotta do this and do that. I gotta check on her a million times. I gotta make sure I got eyes on her because I don't know what the fuck she gonna do. If you with somebody like that, then you shouldn't even be with them if it has to be that way. You see what I'm saying? You should be able to go a day without even talking to her and not even worry about it. You see what I'm saying? Or hours without even talking to her. I ain't really worried about her because I know she cool. You know, my heart could safely dwell with her. Right. Everybody make mistakes here and there, you know what I mean? But for the most part, my heart can safely dwell with her. I'm good. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta be, what you doing? What you want? You did it. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What was that? You see what I'm saying? That means that you're insecure. And that's a bad thing. And that's always a mixture for destruction.
So that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
You got to do him good, not evil. Evil, making him sin against the Lord, doing evil, wicked things to him. You know, being deceiving. You know what I mean? That's all evil. It causes, but the number one thing that we want to keep going in on is making him sin against the Lord. You always got to put the Lord in the situation, put the Lord first. Is she making me sin against the Lord? Is she tempting me? Because what happened with how did sin come into the world? You had Adam and Eve. Adam didn't go off. It was Eve that was able, he gave strength to Eve. He should never did that. She was able to get close to him and cause him to go off from what the Lord told him not to do, not to eat of the forbidden fruit, of that forbidden knowledge. But just like that's how a woman is. No, baby, come on. You know, she didn't just go to him one time and was like, move out the bed, and he was like, you know, the Bible ain't gonna give you all the details, but you know it was a house there. Hey, come on, let's get this knowledge. We can be like gods. We can know from wrong and good. I mean, from good and evil. We can know that. Let's go. You know, he like, nah, but the Lord said don't do that. No, come on, babe. If you love me, you would do this. If you love me, you would show me. You would act this way. You would act that way. That's how they always get you on. If you love me. But if you love me, but you say you care about me, though. You see what I'm saying? You say you care about me, then you will do this. And he got judged for it. He got punished for it. He's still dealing with that same judgment and punishment to this day because of that. You know what I mean? So you got to learn. That's what this Bible is here for us to read and learn, but not just learn and listen to it and say, well, fuck it, I'm still going to do it. Actually, to apply it. You got to apply it in your life. This is what gives you the advantage, this knowledge and wisdom. You know, you got to apply it. Keep going on that.
Verse 13, she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands.
She got to be a worker. What the fuck is she doing? You see what I'm saying? If you a man, you bringing the bread home, you paying for everything. When you come home, it should be spick and clean. The floor should be washed, should be white, the motherfucker should be shining, it should smell like pine salt, it should smell good in that motherfucker, the walls white now, all dusted, the window blades dusted off, you see what I'm saying? The bathtub clean, you can go in there and take a bath and sit in that motherfucker, the bed made up, she got your boxers, your shirt, your socks already on the bed made for you, they washed, everything washed back in your drawers, you got whole clean clothes in your drawers, she supposed to be your peace. She's supposed to be doing that work, you see what I'm saying? And that shit is little shit today, because the women in ancient time, they had to get out there in the field with the animals, they had to make sure the house was clean, they had to make sure the animals, they had to go acquire land, come up with, okay, babe, this person is selling this land, this is a good deal, bring it to you to get authorization. You know, they had to do a lot of different things. They had to go get their food and bring it back and then prepare. You just go to Walmart and get some food and then cook it. They had to go get the animals, they had to go get the berries, go get the fruits, pick things up. Yeah. They had to do work, so the woman today got it easy. All you gotta do is go to Walmart and buy the food, and you're probably paying for it with your husband's money anyways. And by the way, stop and get him some boxers. You know he need new boxers. Stop and get him some socks. You know he need new socks. That's a considerate woman. You shouldn't have to tell her to do those things. She should already come and do those things. You pop on, babe, I got you some boxers. I got you some socks. Oh, damn, babe. Oh, yeah, I was just talking about these. Yeah, I need some. Oh, okay, babe. You come in the house, soon as you come in the house, right? This is how you walk in the house. You walk in the house and you just drop everything and be like, damn, this motherfucker clean. You know what I mean? I'm finna go in there and put some work in. She deserves it. You see what I'm saying? But you come in the house, it's all dirty and shit. Shit running around, and then you hear noises like, man, you can let some shit in here. It's piece of boxes and shit on the counter and shit like that, crumbs all on the floor and shit. You walk in there after a hard day of work, you like, damn. And she talking about, and then you try to tell her to clean it up, and she start giving you mouth. What you talking about? I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You tell her to clean this up.
Yeah, they favorite excuses.
You don't understand how hard it is to be here with the kid.
Man, that's your job.
That's your job, though.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
It's what you signed up for. You know what I mean? So you got to be on top of all that. Ain't no excuses. It's hard for us too. So you don't understand how hard it is being a black man in America. We got to go out there and do the different various jobs we got to do and deal with people and and then we got to be on guard a lot of times. We got to be on our P's and Q's when you out here in these streets. We being hunted left and right. We not being hunted by Esau. Like we said, this agents over here stopping us from going to camp where we usually go to camp at. We got to worry and focus about all that. If we ain't been hunted from Esau, then we being hunted from our own people. And you might not even be a part of no gang. And a nigga might just catch you somewhere and think that he caught you slipping and try to do something to you. That could turn to a very ugly situation.
Yeah.
You don't know how hard that is.
And it's crazy. Yeah, I ain't gonna get into all that. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, so we deal with a lot on a daily basis. And then just being a man of the household, the head of the household, having to put everything together and make sure this boat continues to sail. That's a hard job. And a woman can't do it because if you let a woman do, okay, you plan everything, you make her successful. She gonna fumble it and fuck it all up because she's gonna go based off her feelings. Keep going on that.
She is like, verse 14, she is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms.
So she having to do work, man. Bringing the food home. Keep going.
She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night.
So she got to wake up early. She got to go home. She got to go to sleep late. You see what I'm saying? Her candle ain't going out at night. She's still up. She still got to sleep to be able to do things. You see what I'm saying? The woman today talking about man got to do for me. Oh, we got to go 50-50.
Yeah,
he got to come in here.
Yeah, they got them in that feminist mind, or that feminist mind frame.
Yeah, less feminist, more femininity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Keep going.
She laid her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor. Yeah, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet.
Man, these girls say, I ain't going out there. You go out there. I'm not going out there. It's too cold. They just make up every excuse in the world. You know what I mean? Keep going.
She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land.
So let's stop right there on that one. So it says her husband. It says her husband is known in the gates. These girls be hiding their husbands. How many times you get on social media and you looking at a girl and you think about courtship with her and she just look completely single? You don't see no man on her profile page. You don't see no dude, none of that. She just look completely single, but low key she got a dude behind the scenes. She not making her husband known. So that causes adultery. Because you kind of trying to talk to her, you see her in the bar, she ain't got no ring on, you ask her, you single? She say she's single, but the whole time she got a husband, she actually got a man she dealing with. And most of the times you see that whenever a holiday pop up. As soon as a holiday pop up, all these girls that's been on Facebook playing like they was single the whole time, you see them pop over men. Oh, he got me a ring, he got me flowers, or it's Christmas time and they posing in front of the Christmas tree. It's like, wait, you had a man this whole time? Because I would have never known looking at your profile. Or just from your conversation, we would have never known you had men. Women do that so she could continue to play the field. She could still mess with other dudes, and other dudes still will try to come talk to her because she putting herself out there as if she's a single woman. Even though she got a man, her husband is not known in the gates. You see what I'm saying? And they get that from these entertainers. You see, when Cardi B come on, I got to turn it because I know she has a husband. But she coming on, if you don't know nothing about her and know that she has a husband, you think she a single woman. She gonna come naked, her booty out, her titties out, her stomach out. You like, wait, she's married? Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, all of them be having mans. But you would never know the way that they showing their body off. That's why when you go to Saudi Arabia, them women covered up. Black, all the way down, scarves around their head, they covered up. You know they got husbands. You can't even see they beard. That's what I'm saying.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. I had a friend that lived in the same neighborhood as us, and his family was Muslim. And anytime we had come to his house, his mother would take off. She'd be outside, we'd be walking up, finna go hoop and stuff. Right in front of his house, his mother would see us, she'd take off and she'd cover herself. That's how serious it is, man. Let let me get my names right. When Isaac took Rebecca into his mother Sarah's tent, how did he meet Rebecca? She was on a horse and she was covered. She had a veil on. That's how he met her. When he uncovered her beauty, he took her into his mother's tent and did what? Found her. She became his wife. That's marriage. They ain't say nothing about no ceremony. He didn't give her no ring, none of that. He simply took her into his mother's tent and he popped her, and she became his wife. Sex is marriage. We're going to stop on that. This is Ecclesiastes Kiss, not Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes Kiss, Sirach, and the Apocrypha. This is chapter 20. Sorry about that. Chapter 25. And it's meat on this. If you ain't never read this, definitely got to check this one out. It's meat. I'm going to start at verse 16. It says, I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. See what I'm saying? So we understand having an unbelieving wife. The thing with an unbelieving wife is you meet them unbelieving. Of course, when you meet a woman, she's going to be unbelieving. But over time, she's supposed to try to change and repent, especially if you are planning or hoping that the Lord will save you in your household. You see what I'm saying? If you just let her be wicked, then the Lord ain't going to save her. He's going to destroy her. He might save you. But, you know, a lot of brothers be praying and wishing to the Lord that he saved, because it's going to be men where their whole household going to be saved. I know me personally, I want me and my whole household to be saved. Why not? You see what I'm saying? But it says, I'd rather dwell with a lion than a dragon to keep house with a wicked woman. So an unbelieving woman, if she's being wicked and she's causing you to be wicked, then that's when the problem comes. If you could deal with her like a girlfriend, but she's not causing you to be wicked, but she just don't believe, then that's cool. That's one thing, ain't nothing you can do about that. But if you're with her, and she is causing you to kind of go off and shit like that, then it is a problem. You see what I'm saying? You can have an unbelieving wife as long as that don't affect you and cause you to sin against the Lord. If that caused you to start sinning against the Lord, then it's a problem. But even still, it says, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon. You know what a lion and a dragon will do to you if you live with a lion and a dragon? It says, I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. You see what I'm saying? We don't want to be around wicked women. And we not too sure about dealing with a woman that took the job. You see what I'm saying? And we damn sure ain't gonna deal with no woman that take the mark of the beast and take the chip. You see what I'm saying? So, and, hey, a little side note. See, this is where all the traffic at. Esau send their agents out here to try to do shit, but they can't hurt this truth, bro. All they do is make us show. That's it. They stopped us from going to our other spot by sending the agent out there, which made us come to this spot. But guess what? This spot got even more exposure. Look at all these people driving by looking. You see what I'm saying? So they can't hurt the truth. They can't do nothing but help it, even with them going against it. Now, verse 17. We ain't dealing with no wicked woman, man. I know I'm not. If you decide to deal with a wicked woman, if you play with fire, you will get burned. You see what I'm saying? Having an unbelieving wife is cool, but if that unbelieving wife is causing you to sin against the Lord, you're playing with fire. Because when you start to love that woman, she's going to turn your heart away from the Lord, just like with King Solomon. Ain't none of us got the wisdom and knowledge of King Solomon, or is in the position that King Solomon was in, or had the strength that King Solomon got. So if he went off, what you think is going to happen to you? You see what I'm saying? You're playing with fire, man. She gonna want you to do. It might be some shrimp. You might go out to eat. How do you go out to eat with an unbelieving wife? You sit down at the table, you get beef. She say, I want shrimp, I want pork. Then there's a conflict. See, the unbelieving wife thing is flawed because like you're supposed to be one with your wife. This ain't talking about a girlfriend. This ain't talking about a girl that you meet. All our wives that we meet are unbelieving wives when we first meet them. That happens. Yes, you can deal with an unbelieving woman. Then when you bring her in, you're supposed to become one with her. How do you become one with her? She has to get on your page because you're the head. What happens when you sit down at that table? She orders pork. You hate the smell of it. Oh man, I don't even want it. And you gonna sit there and watch her eat pork? And then what if she say, babe, I want shrimp, or you say, no, you can't get shrimp with me. You can't eat pork. When you do that on your own time, you can't do it. And then she say, no, I want it right now. I'm going to get it. Then that's conflict.
Yeah. Now it's time to go. Cause we finna be in the And just like you said, you're supposed to be one with your wife. Because before you meet them, like the brother said, like when you meet them, they're unbelieving, right? And then, so that's your job. If you in the truth, it's your job to give them the knowledge, because a lot of times women don't know. And like, even though we dealing with not to give the strength to your woman, a lot of times there are women out there that's looking for that's looking for guidance from a man, but you will never know until you run into that one. So say for instance you meet a woman, now you in the truth and she's not in the truth, and then you can start giving her that knowledge, and then you can slowly see her kind of going from her ways. You know what I mean? But it starts with you though. It starts with the man.
Because you're the head of the household.
Right.
And the problem with niggas is they get with a woman, they get too thirsty, then they get sprung off of her, pussy whipped, and then they not even allowing themselves chances to find the next one that's gonna really be important. That's gonna be one with you. Cause you stuck on this one. You stuck on this one. She's being wicked. She's like a lion or a dragon in the household. So you can't even give yourself the chance to find the right one. You too thirsty. You moving too fast. Chill out and let the Lord do what He gonna do. Verse 17 says, the wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkens her countenance like a sackcloth. You know, when you see them, they kind of have a dark feature on their face. It don't mean that they turn dark. It's just, you see they, like they look snappy. It's their attitude. As soon as you walk up to a city girl, she looking like this. She got long eyelash. She look at you like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You kind of like, damn, I'm just trying to talk to you. Right. You meet her at the bar, you like, I'm just trying to talk to you. I'm not your enemy, shorty. You know how many times I had to tell a female that I was dealing with? Like, why are we fighting against each other? Why are you calling me on my name? Why are we, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not your enemy. I'm fucking with you. I don't want to see nothing but the best for you. I don't want to use you. I don't need to use you for nothing. You see what I'm saying? If anything, I'm the prize. I am the prize. You coming up. You see what I'm saying? The Lord said Isaiah 13 should make a man more precious than fine gold. So I don't need you. I'm not trying to use you, but that's that defense. That's that wall that they put up, and you can see it on their face. Verse 18 says, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, it shall sigh bitterly. So Proverbs 31 said she should be known, her husband should be known in the gates amongst the elders and everything. You know, he gonna have a good name. You know, oh that's dude, oh that's his wife. Oh yeah, they doing good. You know what I mean? But now this is a wicked woman. Her husband should sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, you know, you kind of go around your homeboys, and they like, damn, bruh, man, girl, man, her is wicked, bruh. Damn. Or sometimes your homeboys already know. You ain't even got to say nothing. They already know, like, man, this girl wicked, bro. Like, he going through hard times right now. Because that reflects on you. Even if you try to hide it, like, brothers can still see it because we in this spiritual world right now. We can read your spirit. You ain't got to say nothing. We can read your spirit, and we can tell where that spirit's coming from because we've been through that. You got to read your spirit and be like, something odd about him. He cool, but there's something going on with him. Oh, he has problems at home. You see what I'm saying? It says, all wickedness, now listen to this, this is very important. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. All wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman. What's that song R. Kelly made? When a woman's scorned, when a woman's fed up, when a woman's fed up, he try to warn you through the spirit, man. They'll fuck your shit up, man. Fuck your car up, your house, your life.
And it also says in the scriptures, give me, just roughly paraphrasing, give me any wickedness except the wickedness of a woman. So that's just let you know right there that the wickedness of a woman is like
deadly. I had it happen to me personally. I done had women, bro, they fuck your whole life up. They take everything, every dime you got, they take all your ability to even live. You'll be out here somewhere with a tent, and they allow it, and they'll drive by and laugh at you, and take everything from you with no remorse. That's the wickedness of a woman. A scorned woman.
Me too.
Yep. They do that. I've been through. This from coming from experience, man. We ain't just talking up here. This from life experience, man. They'd be focused on you. Every day they wake up, every day they go to sleep, 24 hours in a day they focus and thinking and plotting on you. That's how women get out. You ain't worried about them. You worried about other things that you do in life. They all focus on how they gonna tear you down.
Exactly. And that's why a lot of brothers fall short when they dealing with it. Because they go about their daily life. But you got somebody that's on you 24/7. And so it's just like, you know, the scales unbalanced.
So what's gonna happen if you in this truth and you dealing with a woman like that? She gonna try to take you out the truth, man. She gonna try to take you out. And she gonna plot every day. She gonna work overtime to try to take you out. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful. Verse 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So if you're dealing with an unbeliever, while you're dealing with a wicked woman, the portion of a sinner is going to fall upon her. If you love her, it's going to affect you. You're going to feel it. It says, but we all going to feel it. You know, that's just how it's going to be. But there's going to be men that they and they woman's going to be saved. There's going to be millions of Israelites saved. That's how I look at it. So if it's going to be millions, I can't get one seat. It says, as the climbing up of sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Stumble not at her beauty of a woman. We just read that. It says, desire her not for pleasure. Because that's what how man fall. We said pussy whip. You see what I'm saying? Against brother. You know, you stumble at her beauty. She's so beautiful, bro. She got long hair, good hair. She smells good. You know what I mean? It says, desire not her for pleasure. What's pleasure? Popular. So you kind of desire her, and then that's called pussy whip in the Bible. Literally. You desire her for pleasure. But I gotta keep dealing with her. It's so good though, bro. I can get it whenever I want. I got easy access to her, bro. I gotta keep dealing with her.
Despite everything that she put you through.
All the other wickedness shit, you know what I mean? That's why I always like to say, bro, this ain't shit, bro. Let her go. You gonna get some more. You know what I mean? You got men that always been had a woman or been able to get a woman, and they get one woman, get her. I don't get it. Bro, you always been able to get a woman. You gonna get another one. You see what I'm saying? It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. A woman, if she maintaineth her husband, is full of anger and prudent in much reproach. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. She want to break your heart. See, that's breaking your heart in the Bible. A woman that would not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. You won't even comfort your husband. He down bad on his dick right now. He ain't got nothing to himself. That's the saying, a Midwest saying. You know, but he ain't got nothing to him. She just kicking you while you down. You ain't shit. When you gonna go get a job? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna work? I'm gonna leave you. Then she gets cheating on you and shit, committing adultery on you. It says, of a woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died. Going back to Adam and Eve. That's it. Verse 25. Get a water, no passage. Neither a wicked woman, literally, to gad abroad. You're not supposed to give her liberty, bro. You give her too much liberty in your household. You start doing this for her, doing that for her, upgrading her life. You're giving her liberty. Now she can move around, do this and do that, however she want to do. It's going to come back to haunt you, bro. Because she going to do things based off her feelings. She going to constantly replacing stuff, paying for stuff, coming out the pocket for stuff, losing stuff, taking L's, taking losses. You're not supposed to give her much liberty, man. And to gad a ball. And she going to go around talking this, talking that, talking this and that. You might be trying to be low, man. Because when you start to come up in life, people start to envy you and people start to plot on you. She can't be running around putting that all in people's face and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It says, if she go not, right, and this is part right here. If she go not as thou would have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. You can let her go. And they say, how Shai said you can't let her go except for adultery and fornication. Well, what's fornication? Fornicating is sinning against the law. So if you're fornicating, you're sinning against what's the law? The law tells her to be in subjection to her husband. So if she's not in subjection, because if she go not as thou would have her, that means she's supposed to be in subjection to you. If she's not in subjection to her husband, she's sinning against the law, and she is in fornication. And she is in adultery, she's in spiritual adultery against the Lord. You see what I'm saying? You got physical adultery, then you got spiritual adultery against the Lord. What's adultery against the Lord? Not following his law, statutes, and commandments. You see what I'm saying? So she's not following the law, statutes, commandments. One of them being be in subjection to your husband. That makes her spiritually in adultery and fornication to the Lord. Cut her off.
So she's not circumcised.
Yeah, her heart not circumcised.
She's not circumcised in her heart.
Yep. And you gotta cut her off from your flesh, like we said. If your right hand offend, you cut it off. Not literally take your hand and cut it off. It's just saying, shit, man. If it's going to kick you out the truth and take your crown and take your salvation from you, better get rid of that shit, man. Because we can get all that shit back in the kingdom. I ain't finna let the Lord comes first, man. Don't let nothing else. If anything is taking you away from the Lord, cut it off. Because this is most important. You get that shit back in the kingdom. She's not going to be your only wife in the kingdom. You're going to have hundreds of wives in the kingdom. It tells you that. In Matthew 19, I think we got that one on there, but it tells you that. You see what I'm saying? So we not, hey, baby, you gotta go right now. I'll get you back in the kingdom, but you tripping. I done tried over again. You just not getting. And now I'm seeing that it's starting to affect me, and I'm starting to go off against the Lord. Are you done with it? It says, if she go not as thou would have her, cut her off. This is telling you, this is wisdom and knowledge, great wisdom and knowledge. The whole book of Ecclesiastes is long. There's a lot of chapters, and it's a long read, but it's so much knowledge and wisdom in it. And it's telling you, if she go not as thou wouldst have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Gotta let her go. If we could do that, That's not sinning against the Lord. You could let her go. 100%. That's why it's in here.
We was starting at like 3.
Yeah, 29. There we go. We in the right one. We just had to find the verse.
Okay, Matthew 19:29. And everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life.
I mean, if you forsake those things, let's go to Micah 7:6. Now, if you forsake those things, what does it mean to forsake? You let that shit go. You know, and we're gonna have to, like I said, if your right hand offends, you cut it off. You're gonna have to let a lot of things go. You might have to let your wife go. And what they say, if we forsake those things, for the Lord's sake, we put the Lord first and put those things last. Even if we gotta let them go, the Lord, this is a promise. This is from the Lord. If you believe in this, you have to believe in His words. He said, I'm gonna give you 100-fold, so we're gonna have multiple wives in the kingdom. Yes, He gonna give us 100-fold for everyone we lose on this side. Everyone that we forsake, we didn't even have to lose her. We just forsaked her because she probably was getting in the way of this truth. So we forsaked her. And the Lord sees that. He's watching. Sometimes you be going through stuff in your household and you're not even understanding or knowing that the Lord's testing you. He's testing you by your wife. Just like with Eve and Adam. The closest thing to you, He using the test you. You see what I'm saying? He like, okay, I'm going to make his wife do this. Let's see if he sins against it. What did Job do? Read the book of Job. He lost wife, he lost children, and he got all that back at the end times 7. Because he chose the Lord first, even when he lost everything. He put the Lord first. So the Lord will test you in that way. Okay, let me see if his wife can get him to sin against me. Is he going to go off? He know he's not supposed to be doing this. The Lord's testing you, He's watching you. But the Lord said, if you forsake that, He's going to give you 100-fold, man. We all want 100-fold, and we going to get it. Just like in the book of Job. What you got? Yeah, you got that?
Yeah. Micah 7:6. For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house.
The man's enemies is the people of his own house, man. Roughly paraphrase, that's just what it is. The man of his own house. Anybody in your own house could be your enemy. The Lord's going to cause division. You got to allow that to happen. That's the Lord's will. You wouldn't know when the Lord's causing it. He's going to cause division because He might be trying to get this person that's not good for you away from you. He might want to save you, but He don't want to save her. Then what? Give not thy strength to a woman. Don't give her your prom, man. You see wicked ass Israelite Christian Drakes out here, they go sit on the fucking, what's one of those king seats? Yeah. And then they sit their woman in the seat, and then they stand next to her and they take the crown and put it on her head. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing, man? Give not a woman your strength, bro. You see what I'm saying? The Lord might cause that division in your household and break it up, man. You got brothers that women gonna take the mark of the beast. The women went out there and took the jab. That caused division. That's just the way of the Lord, man. But you always got to put the Lord first because we're gonna get all that back in the kingdom anyways. Keep going.
Verse 7. Therefore I will look unto the Lord. I will wait for the Most High of my salvation.
Got to look into the Lord. Yeah, keep going.
My power will hear me. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise.
Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. Now watch this, keep going.
When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. I will hear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against Him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold His righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and then she that is my enemy shall see it, And shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power?
Unbelieving wife.
My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mirror of the streets.
Wicked wife. And this goes really to all Israel and how our woman treat us, all of us men. But look, she's wicked. And she's saying, look, she don't really believe in the Lord. She don't really believe that the Lord is coming back to do the things that he said. She don't believe that the Lord is coming back to save us. Save us. She don't believe that the order that the Lord said when he said a man is supposed to be over the woman, he's over the man and the man was over the woman and the woman was created for the man to be a helpmeet to the man. She don't believe in that. She don't believe that she have to do these different duties that is just listed in Proverbs 31. That she's supposed to be in subjection to her husband. She's supposed to do what her husband tells her to do. She don't believe in that. So she kind of saying, look, what Lord? But she's not saying it like that. She's saying it by her actions, by showing that she don't believe in it. You see what I'm saying? But it says, read that last verse. You still got to read the next. Okay, but it's still saying that, look, at the end, that she's going to come down on her head and she's going to see it. She's going to be judged. And then it's going to be an aha on her. I told you. You see what I'm saying? Then she's going to be in her feelings about it. What you got to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say because because a lot of times that happens because right now this just seems too far-fetched for people. You know what I'm saying? Because they too caught up in the world and the things of the world. So, this just looked down upon. You know what I mean? And then, that's pretty much what that was getting into, also on top of what the brother was saying as well. And then that's why her shame, it said her shame shall come upon her. You know what I'm saying? Because now everything that you was telling her is going to be revealed right before her eyes when you was trying to get her on the same page as you. But she wouldn't.
And Isaiah 4:1, you're going to get 7 wives. That all going to come right in front of her face. And she going to be like, you was like, I was trying to get you prepared for it the whole time. You ain't believe it. But now, for survival, you gotta get down with it. It was a brother, he put up a video, he had a vision. It was brother GMS, he had a vision. I remember I watched the video, and he said his vision was pretty much, it was all hell breaking loose, a lot of people outside his household. When the door opened, he was ready to fight, defend his family, but a whole bunch of women came in. And he said when a whole bunch of women came in, they all was in order, but one came in, kind of talking out loud. And he said he had got spiritual power from the Lord, that's what he seen in his vision. And he kind of like, you know how to flash and run super fast? Like he zipped over to her and put her head in the wall. He said that's what he did. And he said that he went to his wife and she ain't had nothing to say, she had to get down with it. He said, look, I'm gonna need your help sorting out and sifting out which one of these, because you know me, you know which one, you know what I like. You see what I'm saying? He said that. That's the vision that he had. Shit, my wife, personal shit, but shit, we done got to the point where she like, I know what you like. Are you like a girl like that girl who at the bed? Because, some brothers looking for multiple wives. You see what I'm saying? It's not a simple thing. You can do it. It's not against the law. You can do it. You know what I mean? But it's not expedient for all brothers to do it in different situations, depending on your situation. You see what I'm saying? But that's just how it be sometimes, Your girl might know you. I bring that up to say your girl might know you best, so she gonna know what type of girl you like. So that's go back to his vision. He said his wife was helping him sift out because she knew what he liked and what he didn't like. You see what I'm saying? So that was a vision. But he had a wife that I guess was already prepared because she believed, and that's why in that vision he got that power, which leads up to salvation. She was gonna be saved with him. Now you got a wife that's against it. Her shame should come upon her head. She not going to be saved with you. The Lord will separate y'all and destroy you. If he wants to save you, or he just going to destroy both of y'all together. If she causes you to go off against the Lord. You're not that trained to a woman.
Luke 11, verse 26. Then goeth he, and taketh to him 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. And it came to pass, as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice.
Stop right there. Those 7 other spirits, those evil spirits, those demons get on you. So you come to the truth with a demon on you, kind of get the demon off of you, right? Demons still trying to get to us and stuff like that. But if you let a woman, especially if you let a woman deceive you and let you go off from the Lord, what happens is when you get open, and that one demon not going to come back on you. He's going to bring 7 other demons on you to make sure you stay out the truth. So you got to be very wary about that, On top of that, keep going.
And said unto him, blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked.
It's talking about the Lord. There's a woman coming up. She pretty much saying, bless the woman. The woman is what's important. Keep going. What the Lord gonna tell her?
But he said, yeah, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High and keep it.
That's what it's about. You gotta hear the word of the Most High, keep it. This truth comes first, man. She tried. She said, look, man. Then she tried to put details in there. Look, you suck from a woman's breast, man. Blessed is the woman was what she was trying to say, but she was giving her reasons why. Because you come from her belly and you suck from her breast. You know how women say, but you was born from, we birthed men and stuff like that. The Lord said, yeah. He said, yeah, and they, rather those that keep the word, hear the word, and keep the word. That's what's more important. He said, yeah, we understand that. We love our mothers. You're supposed to honor your mother, your father, right? We love our wives. You're supposed to actually love your wife. You know what I mean? Is she doing what she's supposed to be doing? You know what I mean? You're supposed to love her. If she's a virtuous woman, Proverbs 31, oh, she can get anything in the world, we love her. You see what I'm saying? But the Lord said, this is straight from the Lord. He said, no, man, bless those that hear the word, keep the word, and that's keeping the word is keeping the law, statutes, commandments. And one of those law, statutes, commandments is women be in subjection to your husband. So that's been this camp. We're gonna say, look, get not thy strength to a woman. You know, we're gonna give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Hakadash. That will honor to the apostles and elders, people, brothers and brothers in the true salvation to the election.
So what?